Previously on Moes Rants. Kitty said they stay at a restaurant. Yeah, this is another moment where Marvin was eating this episode. He ain't took one bite out that burger though, man. I would have been getting to it. We can do all the real conversation after I start. You know what I'm saying? Let me put some food on my stomach. We here. Let me get a couple of bites in. Then we could talk about everything we need to talk about. But when I first get here, let's talk about it. And once the food gets here, let's eat a little bit and then we continue the conversation. Especially a serious one like this. Marvin was so passionate about what he was saying. He even did the look off. When you watch a movie and they're trying to just seem like they in deep thought. Marvin said what he said. Look, I'm trying to get better. He did one of these. Looked out the window like he was really passionate about what he was talking about. You take that deep breath, like, oh, okay, they really mean it. Nadia said, right, because my food cold now. Hell yeah. BC said 10-10 when it comes to the character. Yeah, it's good that we got to see growth in Marvin. And we're actually seeing it in Juke also. Because when we first was introduced to her, Juke was hardcore. Well, after her and Marvin got into it, she was really on her own doing her thing. But at least these two are coming back together. And we get to see a serious side from Marvin. But that'll happen to you when somebody get the busting. James Bingham. Now, we got to go over there because James, he told Juke, look, anything you need in life, I won't say anything, Juke. I got some limitations to it. Now, you come over, you ask for a letter of recommendation or a referral, something like that. I got you. You know what I'm saying? If you need a place to stay or something, that this ain't the place for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got rid of my wife. You know what I'm saying? I got some things going on that I got to get right over here. You know what I mean? So you can come over if you need a place to hang out during the daytime. Cool, 8:00, you got to dip. I'm sorry. If you need me to drive you somewhere, I got you. But real quick, I need you to come in here and talk to this officer. Juke's like, wait a minute. You want me to talk to the police about the police? He's like, yeah, come on, man, because they're saying Detective Burke was tied to some young girls, manipulating them, getting them drugs, supplying them. Juke's like, what? Detective Burke? Now, this guy's internal affairs. There's a difference between internal affairs and the police officers. Internal affairs are the one that get on the police ass when they fuck up. They the ones that's supposed to do the investigation. Now, if you go to a good city that has the right internal affairs, they gonna get shit taken care of. But you got corruption everywhere. Now, what he's saying is, no. We doing an investigation on Shannon Burke because there's already been complaints. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You remember Captain said Shannon Burke, everybody's watching after her. That's the scariest feeling to have at work. You can't show up late. You better get your ass back from lunch. You better meet every single deadline because if everybody's watching you, one minor infraction, it's over. They own you. So, can you answer these questions about Detective Burke? Because we think that you have some information that could bring her down. Juke said, wait a minute, James. I fuck with you. Real quick, I brought you that tape, that VHS. That was me. I did that. But to bring me in here to start talking to the law about the law, that ain't gonna happen. But what Juke doesn't understand is the internal affairs. They actually the ones that help you go against the crooked cops. But she don't understand this. She just thinks snitching is snitching. But plus, Shannon Burke helped her out to find out her mom. Whether she wanted the information to turn out the way it was, she still owes Burke one. So she's like, I'm not snitching. But what she might do is hold this over Shannon Burke's head now. Think about it. I owe Shannon Burke something. Shannon Burke got to help me do something, or I'll tell him what happened on the clumps when Grandma seen when he came in there. Buddy Love came in there. She said, "Oh, what you doing in here?" He said, "Oh, I'm just getting some drink in here before I come in there and get my freak on." You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to get my freak on. She said, well, you gonna have to show me something then. He said, nah, I'm gonna wait till we get on the inside. The inside. She said, she took the clothes off. Buddy Love looked at her like, ugh. She said, you better do it or I'll scream. She said, So yeah, she could use this against Detective Burke and tell her, hey man, they investigating your ass. So you owe me one. I don't owe you nothing. Juke held it down though. What y'all think's gonna come out of Juke? Y'all think she telling? You think Juke telling? Y'all know it's true. Because she still owes Shannon something. So this could be the information she gives Shannon. Hey, they doing an investigation on you. What happened? You see what I'm saying? Like, oh no, man. Is Juke gonna be the one to fold and give up some information that could get somebody locked up accidentally talking to Burke? Maybe running her mouth a little bit too much because she do talk a little bit more than Kanan does, even though Kanan tell everything that's going on. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out theories, y'all. I'm just throwing them at the wall and see what sticks. We got to, hey, something. You know what I'm saying? If it sticks, let's go with that plan for a little bit. We still got 7 days before the episode come out. Hey, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Let's give it a chance, y'all. Come on, man. Work with me. Because I'm trying to figure out. The only reason I'm going with that is because I'm trying to figure out when and how did Juke decide that she wanted to get into being a police officer. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to come up with maybe she slips up and gives some information. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how does Juke turn. That's the only reason I think of it that way, that she might give up some information. Because you got to remember, Kanan kills her. So if Kanan kills her, she had to have done something back in the day to make him feel that way towards Juke, because they like brother and sister. So at what point do these two start to separate from each other? Does she tell and get someone locked up? Maybe she tells on Famous or something. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, man, but I want to know when Juke gonna turn. We waiting on Juke to cross that line from the streets to being a police officer. It's just like a zombie. You know, you watching those zombie movies, they got bit. The first thing you want to do is cut off that arm right above where they got bit, so it don't go to the rest of the body. But most of the time, it's always somebody that want to hide somebody. Oh, my son got bit. Oh, my grandma got bit. They want to hide him somewhere, and then that motherfucker turned into a zombie, and I got to be the one to take his head off, and I didn't want to do that. I ain't want to do that. That was your loved one, but you lied to us, man. There's always somebody like that. So what did Juke do to turn her into becoming a police officer? What was the moment? Kitty said she was a crooked cop. That's worse than being in the streets playing both sides. Big facts. Big facts. If Malcolm was out longer, it'd be the same problem for him. Especially if all this information would have got out. Think about if if Malcolm's information about him being Kanan's dad would have came out when Unique had control in New York, man, it would have been horrible out there for him. Nobody would have been telling them any information, none of that. But you ain't snitching. OT said a Walking Dead watcher. I used to watch Walking Dead. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. After they got like past season 5, I said, man, these motherfuckers, they just alive, bro. They done made it this long. They alive, man. The world should be up and running. It should be up and running. We gotta have a pandemic in 2. They should be able to get rid of the zombies. They should be good to go. They done made it 10 seasons, something like that. Yeah, I'm done. But I don't think Juke is intentionally going to give up information, but she is. That's all I'm gonna say. I think Juke is gonna give up some information. I don't know what it is yet, but we're gonna find out. It's got to be Juke telling. Jimmy on the beat, boy.